Yeah, it's tragic, isn't it? I think obviously any conflict or any loss of life certainly sort of ambitious and young cricketers, it certainly hits close to home for the players. So we've had a bit of a chat about that, and we had a bit of a minute or two for them yesterday in a circle before practice, and thoughts with their families, but everyone else who's been affected by it. And that's the one thing about the guys on the side. They're very in touch with what goes on at home. They know where they come from, and they're very respectful of other countrymen and what they go through. So I think that's a good way to be, and the guys certainly know who they're playing for this week. I don't think so. I think the calendar's pretty chock-a-block with all the other countries around the world, and so yeah, it's a bit tricky at the moment. It's a bit disappointing. It looks like Zimbabwe is now going to be going, and that's been announced. So that'll be good preparation for them. But I think as a side, I think we've got a good lead up. The guys will be playing a lot of franchise cricket, and they'll be applying their trade in franchise cricket in December and a bit of January. And then we have a series or two lined up before the World Cup, so plenty of time. The guys will be playing a lot of cricket, but what it does do is it makes the T20s here in Zimbabwe just as important that we get back to winning ways after a disappointing Asia Cup and series against Bangladesh in the T20s. So for me, that's important. But at the moment, our focus or for me certainly, is this test match in these 5 days starting tomorrow. I think a bit of rest. Rash is always such a high volume of cricket he plays all around the world, not only for Afghanistan, but also the intensity he plays at, throwing himself around, and is leader of the T20 side, and very much instrumental in the ODI. So with a view to the next couple of months, bowling a lot of overs here in a test match might be the best for his body and his back, but also it's good to freshen up as well. He plays a lot of cricket, and every time he goes on the field for Afghanistan, he gives nothing but 100%. So we want him fresh for February at the World Cup, because I think he can certainly help us achieve what we want to do. Well, I think you can only look back at the test matches in the last series. The hard fought. The difference was probably the spin bowling of Rashid Khan in the test match, and won the test match. But a test match hasn't been played here in Harare for nearly, I think, 8 years or something. Is that right? So even longer. How long? 4 years. Okay. So I wasn't quite sure, and it seemed like a long time. Obviously, this is the sort of, when growing up in South Africa, this was always where Zimbabwe would play, and historic ground. So I'm very excited to be part of the test match here. So yeah, I think there's a great rivalry, and it's always interesting to track. I think certainly the development of Afghanistan and Zimbabwe, and they've had some great competitions and have played a lot of good series over the years, and I'm sure this will be similar. Yeah, I don't think people know exactly how it's going to react. It certainly looks different to how the ODI wickets and T20 wickets are. So yeah, it's going to be really good. It looks a good wicket. I was just having a look now at the pitch, and excited to see how tomorrow goes. So yeah, that's obviously missing Rahmat Shah as well as experienced test player is a bit of a blow, but that gives an opportunity to loads of the youngsters to step up that are in the lineup tomorrow, with bat or ball, without Rashid or without Rahmat here. So exciting times, and look forward to tomorrow. Well, yeah, I think so. I think sometimes, best when fresh sometimes is good, and you don't go in with any preconceived ideas, and you just play what's in front of you. You play against the opposition in front of you, the ball coming out of his hand, and you don't have any analysis. I think certainly can work and benefit you in one way, but certainly sometimes you can perhaps look for things that aren't there. So just going in and trusting your natural ability and instinct is what serves you best as a cricketer. So we're looking for that to those players we don't know or haven't played much against, but those ones we have played against, we've certainly done our homework.